Back on live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. The lights are on, the stage is set. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. Stage is set. All right. Appreciate y'all for coming in. It's live, uncut, unedited. You already D in the house, all the way from Texas, in the house. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about, D. Hey, D, let me ask you a question, man. Not only you, but the whole Facebook family and the YouTube family. Why is it we always got to beg for an arrest when white folks commit crime against us? Why is it that? Phoenix, Arizona, Evelyn Williams. What's up, Evelyn Williams in the house? I see you in the house. We got Arizona and Texas in the house. My boy D, Texas in the house. Where y'all represent from? Where to represent there? Miss Beasley, live, uncut, unedited. You know what it is. My favorite person, Miss Peggy. Hey, Peggy, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All right. Callie in the house. Alex Dews. Callie in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Doretha Glass, how you doing? Tony Bradford, what's up, Tony? I see you. Brother Ron Gilmore, what's going on? I see you. Peace and blessings. Lee Ethel Liggins, I see you. Chi-Town in the house. Ron Gallimore, a South Suburb in the house. Danville, Illinois in the house. What's up, Deja Timms? I see you. Chad, we got Michigan in the house. D, what's going on? Oh, my favorite buddy, Miss Pendleton. How you doing? What's up, Andrew? Andrew Williams. What up, Crime Chaser? Live, uncut, unedited. You know what it is. Somebody said they watching from Texas. Rion Davis. I got another Texas person watching. My. Tamika Fields. What's going on? Champaign, Illinois. Andrew Williams. What's going on? Mighty Ma. Kanika Rogers. What's going on? Gary, Indiana in the house. Gary in the house. I tell you. Dolores, all the way from Iowa. That's what I'm talking about. Iowa's representing tonight. California is definitely in the house. Kim Edenton in the house. All right. Jacqueline Holmes, I see you. I tell y'all, come on in. We're going to have a great show tonight. And I'm telling you, I just want to ask a question to my honest listeners. South Holland's in the house. What's going on? Live uncut. My Joy 67, live uncut. I tell you. Henrietta, I see you. I see you, Jacqueline. I see you. Brother Steve, what's up, man? I see you. What's going on with you? All right, LaShawn. All right, D Jerks, I see you. Lisa Love, what's going on? Donald Turner, Chicago Mayor, Lightfoot not winning 2023. Is that Lady J? Jordan, Iowa in the house. I got another Iowa in the house. My goodness, Iowa in the house. They represent tonight. North Lawndale. All right. Crystal Red, I see you. All righty. Mailman Jeff, Crime Chaser full in effect, live, uncut, unedited on this Friday night. I tell you, on a Friday night. Evelyn Williams said Lightfoot. She said she liked Lightfoot. Are you in Chicago? I'm Chicago. Yeah, I'm in Chicago. I'm in Chicago. I wish I was there, but I got so many things to do tomorrow. Man, I tell you, this schedule has been tight, people, real tight, real tight. I tell you, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Bronzeville in the house. I see you, Bronzeville. Mailman Jeff. All right, let's get to the subject at hand, people. Let's get started. We must not waste no time. Thanks, my love, Crystal Red. All right, girl. She said, thanks, my love. All right. All right. Bonnie Williams, she said, I like Lightfoot. Okay. Well, you go ahead with your bad self if you like Lightfoot. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But I don't think she's gonna win, though. I'm not telling you who to vote for. That's your choice. Y'all know I'm not a politician, nor I'm a politician. Neither. All right, people, let's get to the point. Let's get going on. All right, my call line's open. You can call early 297. I'm sorry, 872-297-6389. Again, 872-299-0808. And the question that I'm posing today is, why is it when black folks get murdered, mistreated on camera by white people now, why is it that we always got to wait for investigation? Now, let me rob a white woman, let me kill a white woman, a white man, and they got it on camera. They're not wasting no time at all. Why? Kevin Thomas, I see family first. That's right. Why? I tell you, people, we got to wait and see, let the investigation play. But when it comes to a brother doing something to a white person, man, they don't take nothing. They bring the best investigation in. I tell you, why? Somebody said, is it because they don't care about us? I tell you. Why, people? Why we got to sit and fight for an arrest? Come on. Why? Somebody help me out. I'm mad tonight. Why we have to fight for an arrest? We got to go to the NAACP. We got to go to Operation Push. We got to go to Ben Crump, Al Sharpton. All these people, we got to do this before we get an arrest. We got to go to the activists. Why? Somebody tell me. Why? Why? All right, I got me another caller from, no, not a person from, I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm not for politics. I understand you, sister. My. Listen, people, nobody want to hear this. They don't want to hear what I got to say, but you're going to hear it sooner or later. Why? Why is it that when we have video, now listen, I'm telling you, is pointing toward the direction with video now. Even with video, we can't get a conviction. I'm telling you, listen, people, y'all know I'm telling the truth. We got footage all throughout the internet on different social media platforms. Still no arrests. So they're telling us what our lying eyes cannot see. My goodness. Come on, y'all. Somebody talk to me. Come on, people. Come and talk to me. Come on, talk to me, people. Come and talk to me. People, why is it that they make the law for us and they force it on us? They impose it on us. They use it against us. That's right, Chad. Chad said, now Chad is white. He said it. He said they drag it out. So everyone forget. See, A lot of us, and I'm including myself, we have this, what you call fake pain. We'll cry for about 4, 5 days, maybe a week. And after that, things go back to normal, just like a funeral. One of our loved ones gets shot and killed. We go out and run and get these T-shirts and get these balloons and flowers and teddy bears and drinks. And 2 weeks is all over. We on to the next one. Somebody called me. Somebody called me. Somebody said, Christelle said, we talk and complain, but won't attend neighborhood meetings. And that is correct. I have been in meetings where there's only a handful of people. I have been in meetings. Why? My call lines are open, people. Our culture of people are not consistent in protests. And I agree with that. I agree with that. Listen, I've had families want me to go out there and look for their loved one, and they don't want to participate in it. Hold on, is it me that's looking for a missing loved one, or is it you? Now, you can't expect me to go out there and knock on doors, pass out flyers, and do all these good things without the participation of their family members. It's not going to happen. Share this video, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. Share this video, people. Why? I need to know why, people. I'm hollering tonight. I need to know why. YouTube family, talk to me. Call in. Talk to me, YouTube. Talk to me, Facebook. My lines are open, 872-297-6389. Again, 872-299-0808. Call in, call in. Call in. Why? Why is it that we have to wait until the investigation play out? Why? As a race of people, when are we going to wake up? I'm telling y'all, people, we're getting to the point where video is not even going to matter anymore. I'm telling you, mark it down. I said it in January 2023. Video is not going to matter anymore when it comes to solving crimes for Black people, white people committing crimes against Black people. It's not going to matter anymore. Why? Change is coming. Change has came. It's here. We got to wait. We looking at a video clear as daylight. We looking at our dear sister, Devonna Walker, our dear brother, they got choked out to death in Minnesota. We looking at the video. We're looking at the video, brothers and sisters. What's going on? Listen, Black people, your videos won't matter. You can leave this live if you want to, and you know I'm telling the truth. Come on. They always make it up excuse. It won't matter. Your videos won't matter when it comes to them, because they are the judges. They are the lawmakers. They are the media people. All right. Yes, techno slavery. All right, somebody want to call in and talk to me about. Somebody need to call in. Why? Why? Now tell me if I'm lying. Am I lying or what? Now, I'm not making up no story on nobody at all. Why, people? Video won't matter. They see we don't care about ourselves as a culture and we don't have unity. We don't actually stand in unity and support at the station's courts. I got a caller, people. Finally, I got a call. Somebody bold enough to call in. Somebody bold enough to call in. Look at there. I hope they got a wealth of information. My goodness. All right, caller. You should be ready to talk now. 2742. Come on, caller.
What I think it is just Black people's lives have no value to others. It's always been like that. And so it's like if they kill one of us, good. If we kill each other, good. As long as they are non-existent on this planet. It even goes so far as when they kill the younger kids, so they make sure they don't procreate. Look at how many Black boys is dying in so many huge numbers. So it's kind of like, we don't care. Let them kill each other. We're going to kill them too, but let them kill each other so they can't reproduce. And it's like, if a person did something wrong and you can clearly see it on the video, what else needs to be done? But what they would do is try to make excuses and try to figure something out that's in plain view.
Yep.
It's like they try to change the situation, but it's showing you exactly what it is.
Yeah. Where you calling from, young lady?
And
where you calling from?
Chicago.
Okay, cool. And if I can ask you a personal question, how old are you?
41.
How old? Hello?
41.
21, 41, what'd you say?
Hello?
I didn't hear you. All I heard was
41.
21. Young lady called in. Now, here's a young lady, 21 years old. I don't know her from a can of paint. Don't know who she is. Don't know how she look or nothing. If she can see this in her short 21 years, and that's why the young people don't respect us older people, because we act like we don't see it, we ignore it, and they looking like, hey, them young people be looking at us like, hey, we ain't none of Martin Luther King and them. You hit us, we hitting back. We don't care about no felony and none of that. And I'm not advocating violence, but I know how the young folks think. I've talked to them. Here's a sister, 21 years old. She's saying things that people of my age are afraid to say. And they know it. They see it every day. We see stuff in the video clear as daylight. And no one wants to say anything. Don't go away, 21-year-old. I got another caller. 9433. Come on in, caller. 9433. Come on in. Come on, caller.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
All right.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Good.
We got to be the ones to save us. We got to be the one to save us. Like the young lady just said, they don't care. They really don't care about us at all.
But let me ask you a question, my
dear
sister.
They just look at us like
Let me say something. If we don't care about ourselves, why should they care? Why are we, listen, hold on, stop it. Let me just say something. I got to say something. I'm getting excited tonight.
Okay.
Nothing against you, my sister. No, I promise, nothing against you. I promise you. You're my sister. You support me. I support you.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Listen, people. Why we care about what somebody else care about us? Come on now. They don't have to care about, listen, we living in a cold world, people. If we trying to make some people that got hate in their heart toward us, now I'm not only talking about white people, I'm talking about all other people that got hate, and some black people too. That's what I'm talking about. So this just ain't just black and white. It's more than just white people hating on black people. It's more than that. Why? We want everybody to love us. For some strange reason, we want everybody to care about us and love us. The sister said it clear as daylight. She said it's going to take us to save us. And guess what, sister?
Mhm.
I'm in 100% agreement with you. It's going to take us to save us.
Mhm.
Listen,
It's gonna take us to save us.
America have shown us in mass numbers
Mhm.
that they don't care about black people.
Mhm.
Now, you say, what, Martin? You still there, young lady, 21-year-old? You still there? Listen up. We got Oprah Winfrey. We got Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson, President Obama. We got the rappers. We got the athletes. They millionaires. A small percentage of black people. A small. We're not talking about hundreds of thousands. We talking about a small percentage of black people. What about the masses of black people?
Right.
What about the masses?
And one, I did some research on what our last talk was about they making money. They are making money off the court system. Like you say, the politicians lying, they lying. They just want our vote. They really don't care. They really don't care.
Well,
It's all about the
go ahead.
almighty dollar. Huh?
Listen,
I'm just saying.
it's about the mighty dollar.
Okay.
It's about the mighty dollar. It's definitely is about the. Listen, people.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, as long as the community activists is eating, the pastors eating, the politicians eating, the businessmen's eating, and probably the property owners and the business owners eating, the rest of the people forget y'all. Y'all don't matter. Y'all don't matter.
Yeah.
Y'all do not matter.
It's about the almighty dollar.
Right. 21-year-old, you still with me?
I'm not 21, Martin.
41. Okay, whatever. Listen. I said 40. Listen, let me say this. I got one more caller. Hold on. I don't want y'all to leave because I got some to ask y'all. Okay. I got 4103.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere.
4103. Come on, call me. Come on, talk. 4103.
Oh, yeah, I'm on.
Come on, 4103.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm so glad that you said that when you said that we don't care about ourselves. How do we expect somebody to care for us and we don't care about ourselves? That was a powerful statement that you made.
We
out here doing.
Do y'all know?
We out here backstabbing and killing each other, and then you expect for somebody else to care about us? Like, it's not gonna happen. We have to stand up as a community and look out for each other. We go back and forth. So I went to, somebody put in here something about the community meetings. I went to one. It was not one Black person in this community meeting, but the information was very valuable that they was providing. So I think a large part of that, as a community, we have to come together and support each other. When these events going on, be there, participate, show up, speak your voice. We have people in positions, Black individuals in positions that can get you, if you having an issue with the police, they can get you to have that conversation with the person you need to have a conversation with. We need to stop making it an issue about race all the time, and we need to step up as people and support each other. You know, we have this knowledge and we have this power, but we be so scared to help the next person. For me, I'm in a position to help my people. So whatever knowledge that I get, I'm bringing it back to my people. I'm dragging my people to these communities. I'm dragging my people out here to get these government jobs, and I'm talking to the mayor trying to get all these city jobs available. So as individuals, when we put in positions, we need to help each other. Don't hold that information, and then when tragic happens, then we all just, like you said, you protest for a minute and then tomorrow it's over. Next week you forgot about it. You know, be loud, be loud.
Right.
Be loud all the time.
Hold it by this, sister. I call it fake pain. We got a new caller. Hold on, new caller. I'll get to you in a minute. 9799. I get with you. Hold on. Listen, it's called fake pain.
Dimitri.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get you with you in a minute. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Listen, let me just say this, people. You know how I became.
Dimitri. Okay.
Okay, hold on. You got to hold on. Hold on. Listen, how I became successful. I'm gonna have to mute this person's phone.
You got to hold on.
Somebody got to turn the phone down. All right. Listen. Have y'all ever heard this saying that you like one paycheck away from being homeless? When you protest against a business,
Yeah.
they are 30 days away from being out of business. If you hit the average business for 30 days straight and cost them thousands of dollars, don't you know that what that would send that business in the red? I'm telling you, people. So if we could be consistent on when we protest, those of us that believe in protesting, and because you don't believe in protest or you don't want to protest, that's your thing. That's why you enjoying some of the things right now is because of protests. It's because of marching. It was ordinary people in the civil rights movement that was protesting. They got dogs sicked on them. They got water sprayed on them through them big fire hoses. They got beat up and everything. Lynched, mugged, called all types of racial slurs. But they made a difference. And for those of you that don't believe in march and protest, good. You do something else. Somebody make a noise in that background is irritating me. Please, please, people. Please, please.
That ain't me.
Okay, please. So that's what I'm saying. I can't stand when people get on here talking about protesting. And that's the reason why they can sit in front of the bus, in the middle of the bus, because of protesting. That's the reason why they can go downtown in these luxury buildings and live, because of protesting. And sit in these fancy white folks' restaurants and eat. It's because of protesting.
Right.
Hold on, sister. Hold it. I'm on my road now. I don't need no interruption.
Okay.
That's why they can go in these places. Diversity is not for black people. It's for white people. It's to make it look good. They don't want a person that go against what they're trying to do. They're going to pick a person that think like-minded as them.
That think like-minded as them.
Hold on. 97.99. I think that's you for some reason. Come on, talk. Eric code. Hold on. Come on. 97.99. Area code 5. Come on, talk. Hello.
Is this me, Martin? This your brother from Oklahoma. Is this
you, bro.
Number, I guess.
Yeah. That's your number.
Oh,
you don't
my
know.
wife had.
Oh, you don't know your number, man. That's you. You don't know your number. Come on, talk. I can't hear you. Oklahoma having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Do me a favor. We got 59.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You are right about the high-end restaurant. I just left work, and it's a different. I'm gonna say this. It's a different atmosphere. They treat the white people totally different from us. They can go shop, eat, kick it. When they see one of us, they get scared. They get afraid.
Yep, and so did we back in the 40s and 50s and 30s and 20s when we seen them. We got afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're afraid it's out of guilt. They're afraid out of guilt.
Yeah, that's true. I can totally agree with you, but I'm saying
hold on,
they treat them totally different.
Hold on, let me say this. It's our fault, because why would you go in certain different establishment? It ain't got to be a restaurant, and patronize them, and you know they're not treating your people right. You know, you got to blame that on yourself. You can't get mad at them.
You can't get mad at them.
And they show you that we're not welcome. It burns my behind when I see a black person whining and crying about being mistreated by racist, race soldier white folks and Mexicans and Asians and everything else. It makes me sick. It's okay to go live and expose them, but stop all that whining and crying and forcing yourself on them people when you know you're not welcome. They showing you.
I'm gonna tell y'all what.
Expose them, bust them out on social media, but stop all that whining and crying.
Let me say this: what happened to me? I was at the flea market. Somebody got an echo. Somebody got cut their phone, cut Facebook off. Somebody got Facebook playing. I don't know who it is. Turned it down. Let me just say. All right. Let me just say this. I was at the flea market, and I was at a taco stand, and I love these tacos, and I'm standing right there. The brother looked right past me and got the people behind me. Of course, they was Mexican descent. I didn't argue with them. I just slightly put my money back in my pocket and did a 360 and walked away, and I ain't never came back. I didn't make a big fuss. I didn't make it because he seen me. I'm not no new customer. I spend money with you every time I come there. But you overlooked me. So guess what? I took my little few dollars, my $3 I was gonna spend $3.50, whatever, and kept it in my pocket. Trust me. One thing I do know, my money ain't gonna spoil. That food will spoil if it sit too long. See, we have to learn the power of a dollar. Somebody got echo.
Somebody got echo.
I don't know what it is. Is it me or what? Hello? Yeah. But anyway, we have to learn. I got a new caller, 6112. I think I know who that is. Come on, 6112. Come on. 6112.
Hey, Brother Josh, how you doing?
All right, brother, go ahead.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes, I'll hear you loud and clear. Come on. Make sure y'all listen. Make sure y'all share this video, please. I can hear you. Go ahead, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is real. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, but Rev, Rev, before you say something, I'm not just talking about white people only. I'm talking about all other different nationalities too, because they join in on this stuff too. It ain't just white people.
Oh, sure.
I'm just telling y'all. So don't come on here with that black and white stuff. It's all of them. Go ahead, Rev.
Let me tell you something. You know, my father. You know, I'm 38. I was born in 1984. And before me was my father, who was born in 1930. I'm the youngest of 5 boys. Before my father was my grandfather, who was born in 1911. So we're talking about some chattel slavery, you know what I'm saying, cotton picking, you know what I'm saying. I'm 3rd generation straight from that. So I have a lot of history, even in my age today and the generation that I'm living with. From what I understand, I mean, before white people even came to the point where they can get us how they got us, it was the reason why they was able to get us how they got us. I mean, we ain't just end up out of shore to jump up on them Atlantic slave ships. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of tours and a lot of ships from the European when they colonized, from snatching us from Africa. But we wasn't. They just didn't steal us from there. We were sold all kinds. Same kind, the same model. It's just a different type of way today, a modernized way. You know what I'm saying? You got young men that's being who is prominent young men in their communities. Who was being chased down for 10 years. Now he's by his own kind is fighting a RICO case. By his own kind. I've never seen no black person get up inside a state attorney office and you know, do anything to help people that need help. I mean, what really did Obama do? You know what I'm saying? What do we get from? We done came. Let me tell y'all what we did. We done came to 2023. We done went through a lot of things up to this point. But our brain cells was left. We still in the old days. It never came with that. Willie Lynch method still working. Still
No,
working.
we ain't in the old
It's
days.
working
'Cause
better
back in
than
the old
they-
days,
it
all
never
we had
worked.
was each other.
Yeah.
Ain't no old days.
And we had reasoning. I mean, it was more better. It seems like it was more better. They knew how to stick together back then.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
Now that
it ain't
they-
Hey,
no
Reb.
old
I mean,
days,
as
though.
soon as
Reb.
Martin was killed.
Let me stop.
Huh?
Hold on. First of all, let me say something. I'm gonna stop you, Ray. I gotta stop you in the tracks. I agree with everything you just said, by the way. I just want to let you know. Okay. Do y'all know how they viewed Martin Luther King as a criminal? He was a criminal in white people's eyes. He was no stand-up citizen in their eyes. So don't let them fool you about that, people.
And a philanderer.
Come on now. They was not.
When they,
Hey, hold on. They was not going to allow him to continue to do what he was doing, waking the dead up, bringing people together. Listen, Hoover had his room wiretapped. They tapped his phone conversation. You do that to criminals. You don't do that to no outstanding citizen that's doing right things.
Yep.
So all that
And when he
stuff,
couldn't destroy
like, hold
him,
on,
he
y'all.
had all the
Y'all can't no talk
recordings
me now. I
about
gotta
being
talk
a
now.
cheater.
I gotta talk, people. Come on now. Listen. That man, Martin Luther King, MLK Day, that we all celebrate, most of us, he was more than a big dream. He was a criminal in their eyes. Your skin complexion makes you a criminal to them. Like George Blakemore said, you don't have to call me the N-word. You treat me like that. You don't have to say Black Lives Matter or White Lives Matter. You treat me like Black lives don't matter. That's what you're doing. And I'm going to tell you something. For all you black people that don't believe that protests don't work, why you got white folks out there protesting too? They doing the same identical thing. The Me Too movement, the women rights movement. They out there marching. These teacher unions, some of these job unions, they're marching, they're protesting because it does work. But we have to unify people, enough of us, and get the job done. We have to make sacrifice. Listen, well, you say, well, Martin, I work every day. I'm a full-time wife, a full-time husband. We got to make sacrifice for what we want. It's just like that nice little young man that you like or that young woman that you like. You make time for a person that you really like. You could be working 3 jobs and going to school and have a family, but you'll make a small window of time for that person that you really want to be with. So my point is, we have to make sacrifice, Reb. We have to make sacrifice for what we want. We can't, this is like the brother said, this is 2023. And we're still talking about jobs and justice. That's what they march about in the 60s. Jobs and justice. And look, we're doing the same thing. Jobs and justice. Don't bring me that stuff and tell me black people don't want to work. No, we don't want to work. Who want to work at McDonald's and try to take care of family? Who want to work at Wendy's and try to take care of family? Who want to work at Kentucky Fried Chicken and try to take care of family? Nobody. That's for high schoolers. That job is not for no grown folks. Unless you're in the management or something. We want to eat too. We want to live. Should nobody in the United States be homeless? Everybody should have a right to at least food, clothing, shelter. Even the worst is criminal. Well, we're going to house you and feed you, but we're going to keep you locked up 23 hours out of the day. That's it. We're going to give you the bare minimum because you don't know how to act right when you're in society. All right. Go ahead, my dear sister. 708. Go ahead. 3699. Go ahead. I cut you off. I know you want to say something. Go ahead.
Oh, no. It's okay. I was just adding to what you were saying when they couldn't, when he really started talking about pulling our money, that's when they killed him. See, they saw all that protesting and they tried to destroy him with making it public about him being a philanderer and his adultery. And when that didn't work, and he wouldn't bite and stop what he was doing, when he started talking about pulling that money back, that's when they killed him. That's when they killed him, because he had started talking about money. It was no longer about it started talking about economics and how powerful our money was, and they didn't like that.
Let me say this to you too.
That's when he said,
a white man once said to my buddy, he said, man, I would have got rich a long time ago, only if I allowed black people to come in my store. That's what he said back in the 60s. He said he would have got rich long time ago. He said, I'd have been rich long time ago if I would allow black people to come in my store and purchase. I mean, you know, and patronize my store. But he was so racial and hateful that he couldn't do it. It wasn't in his bones to do it. But now they got smart now. We're going to take that money, but we ain't going to live next door to them. We ain't going to have nothing to do with them. We ain't going to party with them. We ain't going to dance with them. We ain't going to drink with them. We ain't going to do nothing with them. We're going to let them stay in their own community. And listen, they take classes on how to get our money. And I'm going to tell you, I've seen so many black people being mistreated from other races, and they take it. Now let me cuss you out or slap you around. You going to get a gun and blow my brains away. Send me to heaven or hell, one of the two. But another nationality do something to you, you make up all excuses why you ain't gonna do anything. Come on, area code 912. I see you, 912 area code. 912, come on in.
Hey, what's going on, Martin?
Hey, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Just want to clear up. I'm calling from Georgia. I'm from Inglewood, but you know, I left Chicago way back.
Okay,
I
remember
know it was
you.
better out there for me somewhere.
Okay.
And I found it. Now, Martin Luther King. When Martin Luther King started speaking against the Vietnam War, that's when he got killed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Everything else, they were going along with it.
Well,
right?
let me
They
say
were
this,
going
brother.
along with it.
Let me say this. You're correct, but let me help you out a little bit. They was plotting his death all the time, brother. They was plotting his death all the time. Trust me.
Well, we know about COINTEL.
Okay. I'm letting you know. I know. Well, speaking on the Vietnam War. Hold on, brother. Hold it. Speaking against the war, that was probably the deal breaker right there. He went too far. We got to execute right now. But they was plotting his death, brother. Trust me, all the time. They was plotting his death. Trust me. So it wasn't just only because of the Vietnam. It just wasn't only because of the Vietnam War. Trust me, he was a criminal in their eyes.
That was a straw that broke the camel's back.
Say it that way. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you.
Yeah. Now you got people that talk about Obama. I was waiting on like a group or something to go to Obama. Look, this is what we need done. I don't recall any group going to Obama to whatever. Then you got all these blacks that think, oh, the Democrats, they so much for black people, and you know, blacks always support Democrats. Now peep this out, because I put this information out there for people, and they was like, I said, look it up for yourself. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, when it passed, okay, you only had 6 Republicans that voted against it. It was 21 Democrats that voted against it. 80% of the Republican Party voted for it. 60% of the Democrats voted for it. You see what I'm saying?
So, brother,
now,
what
homie name?
Hold on,
if
brother.
you don't vote for you ain't black, that's in office right now.
Hold on, brother. Brother.
Okay.
Brother, we're not gonna get on here with that Democrat and Republican stuff, brother. First of all, ain't now one of them no good to black people, period. Okay. I don't care what you say, brother. They're the same bird. It's all, listen, white supremacy at its finest. Trust me. So listen, I ain't gonna pin one against the other. I understand what you're saying, brother. And being a Democrat or Republican that's their own choice. Whatever they want to be, it's cool. I don't like now one of them, be honest with you. Because none of them is good for black people, period. They have proven to us. None of it works. One is like in the closet and one is out of the closet. And you know where I'm going with the alphabet. They both the same. And I understand, trust me. One just open with their racism, and one is closed door behind with their racism. They both no good for the black race, brother. They name one of them. So I'm not going to pin the Democrats against the Republicans on this show right now. I understand what you're saying. They both parties are dirty, brother. We know that. Listen, now look at our condition. Now, you just talked about the Civil Rights Act in 1964. We living in 2023. Now, are we better off or what? Are we better off being Republicans or are we better off being Democrats? I'm talking about as a race of people. Group. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
As a race? No, it ain't about no as a race. It's about the individual.
No. See, that's well. Listen. I'm talking about race, brother.
Me off now. I'm trying to convey with you.
No. I'm telling you where. Listen, I know where you're trying to go. You're trying to go with this Democrat Republican stuff, and I ain't gonna allow you to go there tonight. Not on that.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I was done with that conversation when you said we ain't gonna talk about that. I was done.
Right.
With the political part.
But
keep this here out. Okay, when our parents, at least I know I'm old enough, whereas my parents were participants, right? Civil rights movement, everything, right?
Okay.
They did what they did for us, got their heads busted, dogs sicked on them, holes down, everything. They went through all that to give us more of a level playing field, right?
Okay.
Now, am I right or wrong?
Okay.
So you got a lot of us. We started feeling like we was privileged and somebody owe us something. A lot of us did not take advantage of all the opportunities that were laid before us that our parents spilled their blood for. Now, a lot of us want to go back and say, well, see, it's like, what did you do for self-improvement? What did you do to benefit yourself off them spilling their blood? What did you do for you?
No, can I say?
Yeah.
Let that brother talk. Go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rep. Go ahead.
No, let the brother interject. I was done.
Go ahead, Rep. Go ahead.
I want to interject. I kind of feel, I don't know, I want to say maybe this brother, you might be about 40, 50 some years old.
No, I'm 60.
60, okay, that's still close enough, you know what I'm saying? And I would want to feel like I should answer for the us that you're talking about, because I'm not offended, but I know when you say us, I'm definitely talking about like my generation. I was born in 84, so I'm like 38. And
right. I was already out of high school by then.
Right. So on the behalf of us, we also got to understand what was happening before the meet us. We got to understand what was happening inside this nation when they came back from over there at that war. You know what I'm saying? Drugs done went crazy. A lot of them
Go ahead, bro.
Soldiers came back over here
Mm-hmm.
on drugs. You know what I'm saying? So look, the pandemic of drugs was out there. So now I'm talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
The us are crack babies.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And it wasn't sent out to the point of saying where that drug wasn't for our communities. That was a rich white man drug. You know what I'm saying? But our community or somewhere went and picked up that drug.
Preach.
And put it in our communities. And now you say the us. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest because we ain't have to pick that up. Ford didn't say pick that up. Mick them didn't say pick that up. Hoover them didn't say pick that up. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere they picked it up. And now us, my generation, or let's say 10 years before my generation, didn't even respect them that picked that up. So now, it all this plays a crazy part somehow. Because the us, you know what I'm saying, are affected, as Brother Johnson was saying, because them who was calling themselves, you know what I'm saying, I don't care if it was the Republican Party, I don't care if it was, but all of them was in the same house. And that same house was fighting against each other on how they gonna pick the cotton on some niggas. That's pretty much all they was doing. But the us today, I mean, we are the ones that would pretty much be able to, if we had enough sense, to us, my generation, had enough respect, had enough dignity about ourselves, we've been educated. Like the generation under me, you know what I'm saying, this millennium side, you know what I'm saying, that's really heavy after the 2000s, they ain't really been educated. We done went so far to the point where everybody was caring about so much of what was going on. There was a war going on then with the Iraq, so it was so much going on. Economy was just going on. No, we never was told how to sit up there and self-improve ourselves. We was put in juvenile homes. We was put in DCFS systems. We was locked up. We was dead, shooting always, man. Violence been going on in the 80s, all that stuff. So the us had to face a pandemic too. It was that rather than saying, let us free, master, it was let me breathe, master. That's pretty much what it turned into. We went from let us free to let me breathe. You know what I'm saying? So now what?
Let me piggyback on that too.
Okay, well,
Red.
I roll that back to Robeson High School. Well, it's not there no more. It's Inglewood Stems now. That school opened up in '77. I was of the freshman class. Now, I'm gonna make a short point with this. Everybody I went to Paul Robeson High School with on 68th and Normal, my circle of friends, ain't none of us get involved in no dope, no murder, no nothing, nor did our children. You see what I'm saying? It's got to be accountability taken. Yeah, they put guns and drugs in the neighborhood. Okay. You know, it make black folks sound like they ain't got no common sense. If you going to take them drugs, you know, it takes knowledge to package them up. I could find a kilo of dope. I don't know what to do with it. Now, anybody know what to do with a gun. But it shows a lack of common sense that you find this in your neighborhood and you're going to shoot somebody in your neighborhood, or you're going to sell this doggone narcotic to somebody in your neighborhood. It don't pass the common sense.
Okay, hold on, brother. Right? Hold it. Let me stop you right there. Let me talk, Reb. I got to get this one. Listen, listen, brother. Listen, brother. I don't know what world you living in, brother, but let me just say this. Black people have always.
I'm living in the world right here.
Okay.
Now.
Black people always lived around each other. The study of crime says that people who live around each other in the same proximity are bound to commit crime against the people who they live around. First of all, number one, we're segregated, brother. You got to remember here in the city of Chicago. So even if a brother pick up a gun, who the first person he gonna look at when he pick up a gun? It's another black person. If he pick up some drugs, who the first person that he's gonna look at is a black person. Chicago is segregated. It's not no mistake why we're segregated. It's no mistake. It's like that. I asked a question.
I know that, brother.
Okay, I'm finna help you out. I'm finna help you. I'm finna help you. But you just said that we selling drugs to each other. Now, first of all, if a man, it's a man natural instinct to survival, to get some money. That's period. Now, brother, if he choose to go the straight way or the illegal way, that's on him. That's his choice. So I just want to put that out there. That's all I want to say. Now, as a brother say, go ahead. Y'all keep cutting me off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I just want to say this. And as a parent, it's going to take you to go in that child room, turn that bed upside down.
No, hold on. Let me stop. Hold it. Hold it. Let me say this. Let me just say this. The brother, the 38 brother. Listen, let me just say this. First of all, older people such as you, brother, 60. I'm 54. Be 55. God let me see. We owe the younger people under us an apology because we dropped the ball.
Yep.
We did the Tupac. Oh, no, which one? We did the one I'm saying, I got mine, you got to get yours. That's the mentality. Listen, that's the mentality that we have, brother. That's what we're displaying to the young people. Listen, how many young people that gonna go to a 54-year-old or a 60-year-old for some advice? There's a gap. We know that. I'm
Nope.
talking about in the black community. There's a gap. We got our own children in our household, our grandchildren. When they come over to see us, what they do, they got their phone and their tablets in front of their face. They ain't saying nothing. They're at the dinner table with their tablets and saying nothing. No communication. Don't even want to look at us. Don't want to have a conversation with us.
No,
Why is
you know,
that? Why is that? Because we have, there's a gap.
I can
answer that question. I can answer that question.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
Brother
Reb,
Johnson, if I
then
can
let
answer that
6-year-old.
question.
Go ahead, Reb, then I'm going to let 6-year-old answer
Yeah.
too. Go ahead.
All right. I just want to say, man, and this is such an important conversation. I'm gonna keep on saying every time I get this opportunity to say that I am gonna accept the apology. If there's anybody that apologized or apologized before, in my generation, those that's 80 and under, like the 1980 and under. Now, I'm going to accept that apology because if you knew my story.
Reb, go ahead, tell us. Reb, tell us the
you
story
gotta-
real quick. Tell us the story.
Say,
Reb, tell us the story.
First of all, I was born. I was born in 1984. My mother, was raped. She had 4 kids. She was raped by her uncle on the first one. The second one, she ended up just putting her life out there into a man's hand. But on the third one, by that time, she prostituted herself. And she ended up with 2 twins, me and my sister. My mother, who was traumatized throughout her life, on drugs, straight down forward, wonderful lady, but on drugs, alcohol, lesbian, didn't care what she did. She had pissed on this tree in the street. You know what I'm saying? But when she was drink, she would beat us, just beat us. And I'm talking about I'm talking about I could be dead. I was hung at a 3rd-story window over there on 74th and Stewart in 1985, 86. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody would save me and my sister and keep us safe from our mother. And then my father, he didn't know. He was treated unfair because his kids were just lost in the system, and he never heard from them again. Never knew their family. But my mama was so strung out, she didn't even have enough sense to go tell my dad I lost your kids to the system. My mama, the system didn't just come and get the kids out the house. Somebody said that she's gonna end up killing them kids. My sister got an iron print, a whole iron print on her leg right now. I'm talking about how sick my mother was. You understand what I'm saying? And her friend came and got us out her house one night while she was out. And when she was out, they took us with us. But they didn't want to handle. This is how the world will do you. They didn't want to handle you because there wasn't no benefit. It wasn't no dollars in it. So let's take them kids over there to the DCFS shelter. Now here I am, 6 years old, got to protect my twin sister because somebody just lied to us and told us we'll be right back to get you. And I know damn well I got enough sense to know they ain't coming back because I ain't never been into a place like this before. And they never came back. But 2 weeks later, our immediate family comes. So God showed up with our immediate family. That's one thing he never did. He never put us in the system, took us in households and foster homes to the point where we got lost, all that stuff. We was with immediate family. But my mama was always still sick. I never forgot my father's business. Right now, I am 2nd generation at Southwest Pest Control. You understand what I'm saying? But look at what we went through. 10 years in that system. Nobody, man, my mama used to take us to court. Only thing she would tell me, nigga, I kill you if you say something. For 2 years, they had this woman under investigation. Talking about DCFS. 2 years, this woman is under the investigation and can sit up there and clean up a wound on her child like it never happened before. And I'm going to smile right there and say, because I love my mama, everything at home is okay. No, you know what I'm saying? But we talk about, like, these kids, like talking about my world. Most of these kids like that out there, have been abused, misused, mistreated, abandoned, neglected. Ain't even have no mama and daddy. Grew up with a grandma and grandfather who couldn't even sit up there and run over. I got my baby right now who stand by me. Her parents gave her up. 70-year-old lady took care of her. Do you know the generation of people that y'all need to be watching out there? People that need love and help and that's sick and don't care about dying, don't care about killing themselves, don't care about the drugs that they own. Having kids, you know what I'm saying, don't know how to teach them, don't know how to train them. Now kids is raising kids because they never had the mentality to grow up and learn anything. Now you wonder, like, they got guns in their hands. You know what kind of kid got a gun in his hand?
Let them talk.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
You know what kind of kid got a gun in his hand? You got a kid got a gun, and this is the kind of kid that got a gun in his hand. When I was growing up, and thank God for the 5 years that I had under my auntie, who adopted us under her name, because my original name I don't have. But I'm adopted under her name, which is my auntie, my mama's sister, married name. You know what I'm saying? So we used to play with Super Soaker. We was taught that you can't sit up there and play with the Super Soaker in a house. You understand what I'm saying? You go outside, you want to get wet. But you better be in here before the lights come on. But you know what, the kids that they was just, you just dropped off a whole bunch of bloody soakers inside the community, and you never taught them how to use it. They just use it compared to what they seen on TV. None of these kids in this generation ever know what a Super Soaker. They got a bloody soaker, so it's a Glock with a drum with an extended clip and all that. And the same Super Soaker games we was out there playing in the 80s and the 90s, it's the same bloody soaker games they playing out here right now. But it's off the whole, so y'all dealing with a spiritual battle y'all know nothing about. Everybody was always sitting up there worried about themselves instead of worrying about the kids. The kids never had a voice. I could never tell them where I wanted to go live. I could never tell them where I wanted to go live. They never let me and protect me and my sister enough to tell them that where we was, we didn't want to be. Only one time I was able. That's because I prayed to God, and He made that happen. I'm talking about at 8 years old, I did that. Never said, I mean, I was told to go to church. I was brought up to church, but that's the first day I met God. When I sit up there and once that happened, I got mad. Like, man, what happened? I want to go back. But where He put me was in a better place to sit up there and be where I am now. That's why I started the foundation of knowing who was in my life, how God has protected us. So if y'all want to sit there and talk about the kids, stop talking about the kids and start talking about God's children. Because He said that he definitely mad at us. He always talked about if you want to be humble, be like a child. He always been mad at us. Talk about this generation, we old enough. I speak for a generation that you don't know nothing about. I don't care if it's a child in a household who sat up there and who grew up in a good household. Something going on. They was out there in the street to the point where what's going on in the street a lot stronger than what's going on in these households. Households been going a long time ago. Long time ago. And with that, I'm a stand. Don't judge my generation. Don't judge us. My heart, that's my heart. This youth is my heart. Don't say, nobody never told us don't go in the room. Nobody never told us to go to sleep. We don't have that. It's some of us that's more hurt deeper than that. We dead.
Hold it. Let the brother vent. No, sister, hold on. We got to let this flow. Listen, I promise the brother Revs, he told his story. I want this 60-year-old brother to respond from Atlanta. Come on, brother. Go ahead. I promise him I'm going to let talk. Then I got to go.
Well, I can respond. I'm going to be brief because we all got stories. You know, my first childhood memory is when I was 3 years old. 4th of July, 1966. This dude, his name is Saint. He ain't here no more. That was his street name, Saint, right? Shot my brother, 2 of his friends, other people on the next block. I'm sitting in the doggone kitchen. That's when they used to sell Jay's potato chips in the metal drums. Now, I done been given a couple of pencils, and I got the little tin thing on there. You know, I'm beating on the drums, being a little drummer boy. They run up in the house now, 3 years old. I don't know exactly all of the ins and outs of it, but the way they bled over my mother's checkerboard white and black kitchen floor, I'm like, that wasn't right. You see what I'm saying? So then after that, 2 years later, you got all this domestic violence going on in the house. I'm a kindergarten at school. That's when I went to William A. Hinton. This Martin Luther King Grammar School now. William A. Hinton. I catch a cold, give me cough medicine, but see, I learned something with that. I don't wake up. So whenever I smell perfume and cologne, I know they're finna go out and play cards, and they're gonna come home, it's gonna be fighting, and the police gonna be at the house. So whenever they started going out, I started sneaking in the pantry, climbing up on the shelf. You know, the pantry next to the kitchen. So, give me some of that good old tussin. Take me a good little swig of that. Then I know I ain't gonna wake up to hear all that I don't want to hear, right? I don't know it's codeine in that shit. So by the time I'm 6 years old, I'm up in the county hospital, a codeine addict. In the children's ward, drying out. You dig? While I'm in there, okay, ain't nobody gonna believe these kids. I get molested by one of the doggone, what do they call them people that be in hospitals? Not the doctor, not the nurse. They just the whatever they in there.
Social service.
Yeah.
Intake
Right?
people.
Not social services, not the intern.
Yeah, they were all white.
Yeah, with them little white shoes and shit. Yeah. So, and it wasn't just me. It was all the kids. And it's like, okay, these kids are dope things or whatever, so to speak. Who gonna take their word over an adult? Had us scared to death. See? All this is going on. To this day, do I play spades? Nah. Do I play dominoes? There's a whole lot of shit I don't play.
Watch
right?
your language, bro. Yeah, okay.
So I get out the hospital after all of that. My brother, who's a Chicago police officer, he done locked his doggone 38 up in the doggone glove box to the doggone deuce and a quarter convertible. Y'all old heads know what a deuce and quarter is.
Mm-hmm.
The electric 225.
I know it.
Yeah.
Playing basketball. You know how I get on the court. He go run down court. Some dude called his name. He thinking they call him for a pass. The dude threw a bottle, bust him in his face. He down there lost his eye. Cut him up, look like one of them stuck hogs. I'm trying to open the glove box because that's my big brother. I can't get in it, which is good. He locked. Because I'd have been a little 7-year-old murderer. You see what I'm saying? After that, I just didn't go outside. I don't play baseball, basketball, football. None of that there. For a long time, I didn't even want to have a kid because I had that. I don't want my kid to experience what I experienced because your parent can't be there all the time. I had to get through that via counseling. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I hear people's story and I got empathy for their story, but some people hear me and they think I just grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I had 2 perfect parents. I lived in the perfect neighborhood. Like I'm some type of Huxtable. Nah, pimpin'.
No,
A lot of us couldn't even go outside and play in 1974. If you look up the murders in 1974 in Chicago, they had 970 murders that year.
Yeah.
You had teenagers that was hired to walk the grammar school kids to school to make sure the grammar school kids were safe before they went to doggone high school. That's how they made their money.
Now,
on the block in Inglewood.
Let me say this, brother. Let me hold you right there. I got a new call. With all that being said, what Reb said and what you said, shouldn't that make you more sympathetic to our youth that's going on today, period, under generation, instead of throwing stones at them? Because you don't know. You hold on.
Ain't nobody throwing stones.
Hold on. You don't.
Hold on.
Hold on. You listen. You talking about choices, and I told you about the community that we grew up in. You don't know what somebody played. That brother. You got a story.
I know.
That brother got a story.
Know my plight.
Right.
Until I just told it.
Listen, I appreciate you telling it, but at the end of the day, you should be more sympathetic with the people that look like you, what they're going through. Them same young people could be experiencing trauma just as you experienced it when you was coming up. Different generations.
And I know that they are experiencing trauma.
But see, hold on, brother. The brother said you don't even know that generation.
Right.
You don't even know that generation.
It's true.
You out of touch, brother. I'm just telling you, you out of touch.
No, I'm not. Now check this, bro. Can I explain something? I won't be 30 seconds. When we graduated high school and we was doing our thing and we started branching out and finding success, we was coming back on the block telling our homies, yo, man, I'm doing this and this is what's going on. And, man, look at these my pictures here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Man, nah, man, I ain't about that, man. You know, man, I ain't leaving the hood, man. You know, you on some other stuff, man. You know, you trying to sell out the hood, man. You know, That's what we were getting. You see what I'm saying? Then as time went on, we became parents. We had our own responsibility. You see what I'm saying? But I will still come back. All the time I spent in the military, I come back to visit. I tell them young brothers, hey, man, look, I give them the money figures. This is how much money you can make doing whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, well, you know, man, I ain't for fighting a white man war. Okay. But you out here serving product. Do you drive a Benz? I do. I mean, that's what you say you want, right? You want to roll a Benz. I'm trying to show you how you can get it the legit way, whereas you ain't got to be looking over your shoulder worrying about them people. But see, the way I bring the knowledge, the way I bring knowledge, people, they end up thinking I'm some Huxtable or some shit like that. And it's not that. I understand fully
hold
from
it, brother.
the inside out.
Yeah, hold it. Hold up. Let me get this new caller. 0123. Come on, brother. He been waiting patient. 0123. He been waiting. Hold on, sister. Let me get there's a lot of us on this line. I'm gonna get you, sister. Okay. Let this brother say something. Right. 0123. He been on hold since 10:39. It's almost 11 o'clock. 0123. 0123. 0123. Well, sister, he ain't coming. Go ahead. Go ahead, my dear sister.
The staff was orderly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to say something to the 60-year-old. I grew up in Inglewood. Okay. I had to be on. Okay. I had to be on the porch in the street like Samuel. Okay. I've been in trouble twice, and I'm gonna sit here and tell you, if it weren't for grandma prayers, my mama prayers, it was a lot of people I couldn't hang out with. And being a parent, let me put the emphasis on this. It don't come with a menu, and it don't come with instructions. If you ain't got Jesus and God in your life now raising kids, I'm 45 years old. I got a 17-year-old and I got a college student. It takes a village. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. It takes everybody has to put in the work. Okay, it don't take one parent. It takes uncles, the big numbers out here that I know. My grandma is 90 years old, rest her soul. She helped me raise now. Okay, so that means fear. You have to walk out on faith. If you ain't got faith, you ain't got nothing. Okay.
Who that?
So no, I'm a living witness. I mean, everybody go through something. See, God ain't gonna take you nothing to pull you out of. Okay. I done been through a lot. He give you trials and tribulations to let you see how strong your faith is. Okay. I've been to jail twice. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been to. Hey, I don't mind sharing my testimony. Kids. If it wasn't for Mon Johnson, Vera, everybody helped me find my 17-year-old. Okay. I was going to work. I was living off RC, Dunkin' Donuts, still paying my bills, and I stay in the South Shore area, okay? So crime is happening everywhere. If you ain't got God, then bag up.
Okay.
And I thank God for the community.
That new caller called back, y'all.
I came out of Inglewood.
Okay. 0123.
Inglewood all day.
Hold on. 0123.
I heard you guys. I'm sorry about that. But I just want to say, you know, as far as these guys were having a generational conversation, and I feel like us as black folks, we tend to make a lot of excuses, whether it's us or whether it's for the youth. We lacking. We taking accountability for our own actions. Like that's why we play the victim too much in certain situations.
Brother.
In certain situations.
Brother.
Way too much, man. This is
y'all ain't been through nothing.
Brother.
We ain't been through. We haven't been through. I'm not speaking exactly on what you
brother.
Sir. I'm just speaking in general on life.
Brother.
Everything is about choices. If you tend to
brother, how old are you? Let me just talk to you. I'm gonna let you talk. How old are you, brother? 0123.
I'm 39 years old.
You 39 years old.
I'm 39 years old.
You got a girlfriend? She white or black? I need to know that. Cause you come on, bro. Cause see,
don't even go there. That's wrong.
No, I'm going there. I'm going there. Cause see, hold on. I just answer the question. That's
I'm
all.
with a black woman. I'm happily married for 20 years.
Okay.
20 years.
Okay. Okay. But the reason why I say that, brother, because you're not caught up, brother, with us. Your thinking is like the other people.
I'm not caught up in what? I'm not sitting around making excuses for other people's actions.
Okay,
No.
hold on.
I mean,
First of all, let me say this, brother.
If you take a gun and rob a bank, guess what? That's the choice
brother,
you made, sir.
brother.
Whether you white, black, Mexican, or Puerto Rican.
Brother.
You made that choice.
Brother, let me say something.
What
Crime.
you gonna say on your show? You know what? That black person was wrong. He made the wrong choice.
Bro, let me say this. Let me
We
just
gotta stop babying each other.
Can I say something, bro? I'm gonna let you talk. I promise you, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you scream, holler, whatever you want to do. I'm gonna let you do it. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna let you talk. Now, let me just say, brother, the brother just shared his testimony. Okay. Young, hung out the window, 3 years old. Thank God, maybe I don't know if it's true or not, he didn't go into the streets. It could have been him and his sister against the whole entire world. Nobody loved us. So he could have picked up a gun, but instead he picked up a gun soaker, he said, and just shot everybody because he mad at the world, brother. He mad. He didn't ask for this type of lifestyle to come into this world. Him and his twin sister, he didn't ask for it, brother. If God wouldn't have gotten to that brother where he got to, that brother might be out here carjacking, robbing, killing, stealing, mad at the whole world because he didn't have a real childhood upbringing, passed from house to house to house to house. So some of these people are victims of their circumstance.
Martin, so what? Did I have a real childhood?
Can I talk, people? Can I talk?
Go ahead, Martin. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I talk? The brother is not out there committing crime. The brother changed his life. He's a family man. He's a God-fearing man, a loving man. He shared his story. I knew his story. I told him, go ahead and tell it. Because I heard him. I've been on Red about 2-3 years now. He never shared that with me until I found out this year about his story or late last year. So my point is, it's a lot of young people out here with trauma, brother. Trauma. Yeah. They battling that trauma, brother. They don't know nothing. They born into a life of crime. It's called survival. That's what it's called. It's called survival, brother. All they know is crime. All they know is stick up, shooting, murder, robbing, conning. That's all they know, brother. That's the environment they was brought in. Now, do it affect everybody? No. Am I making excuses for that behavior? No. But I understand the trauma, brother. They got that Tupac mentality. It's me against the world. That's all I'm saying, brother. I'm not taking up excuse for nobody taking no gun and blowing somebody's brains out. But you don't know what's behind the story, man. You don't know what's behind that trauma, brother. This brother said he's going in the cabinet and drinking syrup or something. He got molested. Now, you got molested. He didn't deserve that.
I was never directing towards none of you said, Rev, and I apologize if it came off like that. I'm just speaking in general for certain different situations. You know, every black person hasn't went through what Rev went through. You know, and certain situations, like I done seen things where kids done push ladies down the escalator for an iPhone. They wasn't forced to do that. They chose to do that. Listen,
people. Hold on. First of all, y'all not understanding. Listen, y'all don't know the generation up under y'all. You're not understanding, brother. Trust me. Do you know it's in a man to survival instinct, man? Please. Y'all not understand. I'm not making excuse for bad behaviors, man. Listen, I grew up in a family. We was all in the game. Our neighborhood made us involved. The neighborhood. If you live in this certain area, you was that, regardless if you were claiming or not. Period. So I understand what y'all saying. Individual success is good. It's good.
They want their parents to tell them, I love you.
Listen, hold on, sister. Hold it. Sister, hold it. Sister, hold it. Hold it. I'm about to mute
I
you.
don't know.
Sister,
But this generation, you got
listen, I mute her. Don't worry about it. Listen, let me say something. My father died in my 40s. My father never told me that he loved me. And when he was on his deathbed, I was curious. Out of all them years. Now I lived in the house with my father and my mother all my adult years. I can't even remember if my father ever hugged me, embraced me. I can't remember that.
Have mercy.
Imagine what I'm going through looking at the world, people. If I can't get that love from out of my house, what it do? It points me to the street. It points me to the gangs. It points me to different things, brother. All humans long for love, acceptance. And if we don't get to that human being in time enough, the gay bars gonna get to them, the strippers gonna get to them, the pimps gonna get to them, the gangs gonna get to them, the hustlers gonna get to them. All these things are right there ready to embrace our young people if we don't get a hold to them. The influence, brother, there's influence in the community. You got young people right now can't walk across the street. They got to go carjack somebody because it's just to get across because it's another gang territory right across the street or on the next block over. They can't catch the bus. They got to get an Uber or carjack somebody. It's stuff that they don't tell us, brother. When you out in the trenches and you have conversations with these young people that tell you, you got these young people out here that's shooting. They forced to pick up a gun. When they see their young homie laying in a casket, the first thing they said, this ain't gonna happen to me. I'm gonna kill any Negro that come at me look like he wanna kill me, I'm gonna kill him first. Because I don't wanna be laying in this casket like that. That's the mentality that you got to adapt when you around these certain areas. If your mama don't move you out of these areas and you don't know nothing else, you got young men in the city of Chicago never been downtown except to pay a court cost or something. Never been out of town. They forced to fight in school. They got to fight to get in school and fight when they coming out of school. All these elements are facing our young people. It's the older people that did not make this place safe for them. 54, 60. We didn't make this place safe for our young people.
And Martin, I grew up 2 blocks from Larry Hoover when I was a child. That's been going on since I was a shorty. It ain't like, okay, this just all of a sudden started. That started in the early 60s with the formation of gangs.
Please let me speak, Martin.
Okay, I'm just saying, bro. I'm giving you facts. I'm not gaslighting or nothing. I'm just giving you
They
facts.
had more respect back then.
Who was that want to speak?
This
Martin,
please
Speak.
You know what? And that's true, because I remember when they finna get it in.
Hold it, brother.
They
Hold it.
finna run it down the
Hold
street
it, brother.
to tell all the
Hold it.
kids to go in the house.
Hold it, brother. Hold it. Somebody else want to speak. Who's that want to speak?
Martin.
Yeah,
Can
go
you hear
ahead.
me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm 47, right? And I grew up in a time, like, I was born in 75, so you had a lot of people during my era where the parents were on drugs, so you had the big mamas and the grandmas, and they raised you as best as they knew how, you understand? And when I went to Julian in 89, I met a girl, we nothing but 14. The girl had a baby at 14. So you got a baby, right? She's a baby. And she's raising a baby. What does she know to teach this baby? You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you got a whole generation of people who was born with grandma because mom and dad is God knows where doing God knows what. You know what I mean? And no, it's not to say, okay, I mean, we all have choices. That's true. However, let me tell you something. I did a whole lot of stuff I wasn't supposed to do. And I thank God that I had a village around me that kept pouring into me. Everybody don't have that village. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have that village. I have people that say, hey, you know, you don't have to do this. You know, you could go to school and you can be anything you want to be. I mean, they poured into me. Yeah, I decided to do whatever. And then I said, you know what? This is getting me nowhere fast. A whole bunch of my friends are getting killed over nothing for real. And I said, let me do something different. I won't change.
You made that choice.
If I could go back, if I could go back and change anything, I wouldn't. The only thing that I would say is for people that don't understand, don't speak on those things that you don't understand. Because I know younger people. I listen to them. Like Martin said, like Rev said, like 60-year-old said. They never even heard I love you. Do you know what that feels like? That's the simplest thing that you could get from anybody. You a kid and you expect your mom and your dad to be there. You're not asking to be here. So then all of a sudden, now you're in the system and people don't care about you. You're a number. Then you go, you know, even as a kid, you go to the orphanage or whatever. You're a number. Okay, we got to find this place for you to go. You don't know what them people doing to them kids. Like, even for me, all the stuff I went through, they diagnosed me with major depression. I had to bring myself up out of that. Everybody don't have that willpower. You know, it took 4 months to literally get up out the bed. That ain't no excuse. That's reality. Some people, my daughter, she's 21 now. This girl is in school at Columbia. Everybody look at her like, oh, she's so wonderful. She's so this, she's so that. That girl yearned for her daddy. Even though I was there, she yearned for her daddy. You understand? She's like, I know my mama got me, but my daddy, he picking everything else over me. And so many times I had to sit up late night talking to my daughter, trying to convince her of all the reasons why she should live and not die. So she like, I don't know why my dad doesn't love me. I don't know why my dad doesn't love me. This is a child talking about her parent. How many kids don't even know who their parent is? You know, their dad is. You know what I'm saying? It's a real sad thing. And instead of us always pointing a finger at this young kid, talk to him. Because guess what? I grew up in I didn't grow up in Greater Grand Crossing, but I just moved from over there. I stayed on 73rd and Greenwood for 9 years. I just moved in May. I live in Inglewood now, okay? And when I tell you all those gang members over there, I didn't even have a clue they were gang members. Why? Because of my behavior with them. Hey, young man, how you doing? You know? And those same young men, they see me pull up. Oh, she got some groceries. Let's get her groceries and help her. Do you know it wasn't until I went and looked on YouTube that I saw some of them same ones that was helping me with my groceries have bodies under their belt. So see, if you talk to them, you gotta talk to them. Can't be scared. Hey, how you doing? That's so simple. You know what I'm saying? That's so simple. Instead of us always pointing the finger, like my grandmother used to always tell me about how the family used to be together and all that. I'm like, well, what family are you talking about? You're not talking about the one that I was born in, because they act like they can't stand each other. That's another thing. It's a disconnect with the older generations and the young ones. I'm not going to blame nobody. I'm going to just say we all need to show more love instead of pointing fingers. You understand? If we see somebody and we see that they're kind of going the wrong way, of course, if you come at them young people I'm talking about, you know, rude and ignorant and stuff, you're going to get what you put out. But if you go something as simple as saying hello, you're going to be surprised. You would be surprised. Hey, how you doing today? I ain't doing so good. Well, why not? What's wrong? Talk to me. I mean, it's simple, just like that, I promise. I would never tell somebody, well, you know, you're going through all of this because of a choice you made. I've never met a perfect person yet. We all have done some things, but guess what? We learn from them, and the things that we learn, we are supposed to pass those things on to those younger people. Like, hey, you don't want to do this, because if you do this, these are the things that can happen to you. These are the things that can happen to you. And I don't know, I just had to get that out, because I'm like, Martin, please pick me, because It's a disconnect. That's what it is. It's truly a disconnect. Me right now,
It's not too many
I'm raising
people.
my daughter. Well, she's 21 now, but even still, at 21, she still called me and asked me whatever. Then I have twin 12-year-old sons and an 11-year-old. Do you understand how I talk to them all the time about what's going on outside? I'm like, listen, mommy trying to teach you something so you can survive. It's rough out there. It's rough out there. You understand? And whoever said earlier about that village, they was dead on, because guess what? I don't know everything about raising boys. I raised a girl. You understand what I'm saying? And even before I had my first child, my goddaughter, I didn't know nothing about raising a kid, but I bet you what, I got that girl through grammar school, high school, and now she's working on her master's because I took time with her. You understand? You got to take time with these young folks. Show them that you care. That's our civic duty. You understand? We owe that to them. That's what we owe to them. My grandmother always said the world is getting wiser but weaker. We all got to do better. Instead of pointing that finger, because when you point that one at somebody else, what you doing? Pointing three right back at yourself.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and that's
Hey,
the
guess
thing,
what?
you know, that goes right back to what the other brother was talking about as a people taking accountability. Now, he was misunderstood the way he was trying to break it down as a people taking accountability for their actions, right? But that's the foundation of it all. We have to be accountable for what we do. I mean, I've been going back, talking to this young person, that young person. I know the military ain't for everybody. I'm not going to be silly like that. I know college ain't for everybody. I know Washburn Trade School out there ain't for everybody. But that's three options you could take. That's three options at your disposal that you could use to bring yourself, at least monetarily, out of your situation while you try to get the other help. See, one thing with Black folks, we, when it comes to therapy, we the first ones to say, I don't want everybody up in my business. But we ain't everybody else's business, see. We need therapy more than anybody else because it's so much stuff that's been going on. Like, to the ladies. Ladies, I know you know a woman or two that's like this one. I'm going to tell you right now. Things was happening. I ain't going to get all explicit. Things was happening to that young lady in the house. And they just was like, oh, forget about it. Try to pretend it never happened. Like, she'll eventually forget. And you know what I'm talking about as the things happening to these young girls in the house. Talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick.
Brother, let me just say something, brother.
Mark.
Yeah, hold on. Let me say something, brother. Now, you're saying all these things, all these trauma things that's happening, which are true. But you're not thinking like, okay, where is that mentality? Is that mentality is thinking to escape their reality, what they in, or they can't think straight? When your mind is crowded up, brother, you can't think properly. Somebody have to come along and just almost snatch you out of your situation. Some of these people are out of touch with God. They don't know how to pray. They don't believe in no God because they said, if it was a God, why I'm going through all this? Everybody don't believe in all that. Seriously. Now, don't get me wrong, because you don't believe in it, that don't make it's not true. I'll say that. So what I'm saying is, people, if your thought process is all messed up, you can't get straight. You're all messed up. You're not even thinking. Who cares about right and wrong?
Comes in.
Hold on. Who cares about right and wrong?
What therapy comes in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to convince a person that they need therapy. They might listen. Some people walking around here, they sick and they don't know that they're sick in their minds. They sick. Their thinking is twisted, brother. They sick.
Okay, I understand that, but now let me put a caveat on that. You could tell people that they need therapy. You can't convince anybody to go get therapy. If they don't realize themselves they need the help, they ain't gonna get it. All they doing is going through the motions.
Well, let me
That's all
just
I
say
gotta
this.
say
You
about
gotta
therapy.
remember something.
Can I say something else?
I'm trying to figure out.
Can I
Excuse me,
Come on,
can
sir.
I
hold-
interject real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's okay, Reb,
Can I
before
say-
you say something, let the sister say something. Go ahead, sister. 9433. Go ahead.
Let me tell you about that. Black folks, yeah, everybody got a lane. Let me tell you something. I saved my daughter, okay? My mom and them, my family was against me, but I took just like the brother said. You got to give accountability. They had brainwashed my daughter, and I took accountability. Me being a parent, God gonna hold me responsible, okay? So I took accountability. I got my baby some help. Most black folks don't want help. You are right, but I would rather go talk to that shrink, because that shrink ain't gonna run back and tell my business, okay? So I'm going through therapy right now. My daughter, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. My daughter was sex trafficked, okay? I got my baby some help, okay? I had to deprogram her. By her being deprogrammed, I'm being deprogrammed too. It's called trauma. But I'm gonna piggyback on this. If you ain't been in my shoes, if you ain't been there, done that, God take you through some to see how strong you gonna be. Okay?
Go ahead,
I'm
Reb.
gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there.
Go ahead,
He
Reb.
take you through some to see how strong you gonna be. Okay, Reb? So you never choose a book bag cup. These kids is crying for help. Okay? I pray for our youth every day. I'm tired of the killing. I'm tired of the robbing. They carjacking because they not getting the love at home. All you got to, I tell my kids, I love you every day. That little word, help. Love help. You have to tell the kids you love them. That's what they looking for. And we need more role models than anything. We need more mentors. Black men. Our black men are stepping up. The woman can't do it all by herself. We need our black men. The black men is our what? Our structure in our
I'm glad to
backbone.
hear. I'm
Where
glad to
y'all
hear a
at?
black woman actually say that we need our black men, because there's far too
We
many
need
sisters
our-
out there talking about they don't need a man.
Yeah.
I'm not
Hold on. Reb,
I'm
go
not
ahead,
gonna
Reb. Hey,
sugarcoat nothing with
let
you.
Reb talk, y'all.
Where's
Reb,
our black men at?
Reb, go ahead. Hold it, sister. Go, Reb.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead, Reb, because you was trying to say something.
I just want to interject. I want to interject because I keep on hearing this theory. I'm gonna keep it calling theory. The theory is called therapy. I'm gonna keep on saying this theory. I am the type of person, and really everybody that's talking about, hey, you need to go to therapy. I think y'all need to try to go to therapy and see how it feels to be in therapy if you haven't been in therapy. One thing that I hate doing is hearing this. I hate hearing people give people advice based off of what they heard or what somebody else said, or he say, she say. I like to learn from people with experience who has been under a certain situation that I relate to. I ain't gonna like you ain't gonna relate to everything that's inside of my story, even though my story might inspire you. You may not relate to it, but you might have a daughter that relates to it. You might have a son that relates to it. It might be a part where it wasn't even DCFS inside my story. It might have been a part inside the mother that they relate to because their mother showed them signs like that. So that, in saying that should be enough to relate to my story. Everybody, so I done heard a lot of stories. I'll be like, man, I can't believe that, but I gotta relate to their story because I know it's things that I say. If I tell you my whole story, y'all just heard a piece. If I tell you my whole story, y'all start telling me crazy. Like, man, don't nobody go through that. How you remember all that? You know what I'm saying? But my story is my story. But hold on, let me finish. You ain't gonna tell me to like. They used to take us to therapy. Trust me. When I was in the system. Let me tell you what the system is designed to do. It's all about dollars. It's all about science of tests and everything. Every time they took us, even though we was with my auntie, every time they had her to drop us off at Dr. Webb's office, they were studying us like a guinea pig. They the ones that put our culture in that type of situation. I ain't saying it's the only black kids that goes through it, but 80%, and especially in the 80s when I was coming up, it was 90 something, probably the majority of the kids that was inside of that system was black. And and the medicine and all that stuff was all that stuff was. I went to schools with the kids who, man, they was getting paid so much money. So you don't know I saw, but look at them kids that been in situations like that. Thank God for me, y'all. I'm telling y'all, listen, y'all should come meet me sometime. I'm in Inglewood too. I'm a preacher. I'm a reverend. Can y'all believe that? Can y'all believe that I'm a pastor? You know what I'm saying? Can y'all believe that I'm a founder of a church?
Don't cut them off, baby. Let them talk.
Let me tell you. Let me end it up with
Let
this.
them talk.
Let me end it with this. Let me end it with this. God, everybody, see, my therapist wasn't never no Dr. Webb, even though they took us to Dr. Webb. While Dr. Webb was looking at me crazy, asking me all these dumbass questions, excuse my French, questions that he ain't got no answer to because he can't help to answer if I gave it to him. I was looking at him crazy. The only thing that he could do to get through to me without having no conversation about what's going on in my life, because it ain't none of his business. I don't care if you're a doctor, Dr. Webb, or whatever, is play Monopoly with me, play a game with me, Uno with me. We can have that conversation. That's when Dr. Webb was able to open up and we have conversations, but never conversation about me and what he thought that he could have conversations about. I was smarter than that. But God is always my therapist. I told y'all, I prayed at 8 years old. I may not understood everything, but God was raising me. God raised his children. God really have intervenes with things. God really show up and give you out-of-body experiences. He really show up and plant Holy Spirit on you to the point where you are really consumed. Not by fire, but it's like fire, but not by fire. It's not burning like fire, but God really show up. Not no man, not no nothing. The only one that's going to help this generation, when it's all said and done with, it's not none of y'all doctors. It's not none of y'all therapists. Y'all sociologists. The best sociology you had was King himself. And God used him instead of talking to individuals. He talked to the mass of the world. You know what I'm saying? And everybody still ain't listening. So we all, you know what I'm saying? But the only way you're going to help this generation right here is just be quiet and listen and let them speak. And let them actions speak louder than their words. As long as you show them your actions start speaking louder than your words, then they actions start speaking louder than their words. You being afraid of them. You saying, you know what I'm saying? You can't even talk to them. You're not going to a gun and say, put that gun down. You going to them and you hugging them. Like that lady said, that love, that real love. How many times can y'all sit up there and say y'all went out there and told, like, we can sit up there on the phone and talk for real. Like, man, I talk to young people all the time. No, you don't. The young people that you're talking to ain't going through the issues that the people that I come from come. They ain't talking to my kind of young people. Oh, we need to go talk to the young people, put the guns down. No, well, look, we be in meetings, don't we, Brother Johnson? Brother Johnson be at our meetings when we sit up and talk about this Jerusalem. Them young people ain't inside the meetings.
No, not at all.
We're talking about how we finna go out there and get them young guys. You know what I'm saying? So who y'all talking to? That's just like, y'all sound just like the president of the United States right now when he sit up there and talking about the people of America. He ain't speaking for us. How you gonna talk about the people, mayors and everybody talking about running for office right now, talking about I talk to the, what people? You ain't speaking for us. The ones you speaking for, they ain't gonna help you and give you the answer and nothing about what we going through. So who y'all be talking about? Or do y'all just be talking? You feel what I'm saying? I'm done.
You know what? I feel what you're saying. I feel, you know, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. You know, as long as the day is long and the night rolls on, it's always a given point in time where you got to do a self-examination, get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and do something about it.
And guess what? I have had DCFS come to my house more than one time, 5 or 6 times. That's the part I left out too. They've been in my house 5 or 6 times. But like Reb said, and I totally agree with you. I'm not down nothing you just said. You are correct. I totally agree with you. But these kids need to hear love. And like you said, I piggyback from what you said earlier. They going out getting these guns using a super focus. They don't know. They don't know.
Well, let me just say this, people. I'm gonna get ready to end. Who's that talking?
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, bro.
Okay, hold on before you go.
Oh, that was 912.
Okay.
I'll wait till you to get done.
Okay. I lost my point. I was trying to hit on my mind. I lost my point. I was texting that saying, let me just say, I'll just say this. People are going through, we easily can point the finger, and a lot of us that have individual success, what about our people? What about our people? You can't measure yourself to the next brother or next sister, because what worked for you may not have worked for them, and vice versa. And like I tell men, some men don't believe in washing dishes or cooking. They live with a wife, live with their wife. I tell brothers like this, whatever works, keep your household happy. That's what you do, brother. In my household, I may not wash dishes, but I'm paying all the bills. You're not paying no bill. So it works. It works different. So each and every last one of us have our own story, have our own plight. But what good if we're not going to communicate with the younger generation and talk to them, pull them to the side. Don't get frustrated. Now, if you go out there and plant a seed in the ground, you're not going to go out there next day and wait for it to sprout out. It takes time. You put the seed, you plant the seed. The scripture said one plant, one water, and God gives the increase. So when you plant seeds, you may not live to see it to come to be a full blossom plant or tree, but you planted a seed. And that's what I'm asking us older generation of people. Plant seeds in these young people. Plant seeds. They need love. Trust me, I needed love. I didn't get it the way I thought I should have gotten it. And I was a terrible person, I will admit. 40-some years, lived in the house with my father. Never told me he loved me. Never I could recall him embracing me. Can't recall that. If that ain't trauma, I don't know what is. Now I'm gonna give everybody 2 minutes to talk so what they want to say, and I'm out of here. I'm gonna start from the top. 9433, you first. Go ahead. Say what you want to say. Give you 2 minutes, and I'm out of here. Go ahead.
I want to say I love my black people. I don't mind learning more and more stuff. Martin, keep doing what you're doing. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Okay. 3699. Caller, 3699. You got 2 minutes. Caller. Okay, well, let me go on to the next one. 6112. That's Reb. 6112. Did you want to say anything? All right. Where everybody at? 912. Area code.
What's happening, Pimpin'?
Go ahead. You got
audio? If you got audio, then I know.
I got audio. 2 minutes. Go ahead.
I was thinking maybe they.
Yeah, but go ahead, brother.
Okay.
I skipped over.
Me, when it comes to the, my people, our people thing, I view that difference just from my experience growing up. See, you're a light-skinned little sandy-haired boy growing up in the say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud era. People doggone pinching and twisting your arm to watch you turn red, running past you when they used to have a swim pool at the fire station on 71st Street over there. I think it was further than Parnell. It slapped you on the back just to watch you turn red and this and that. When everything, you were the object of everybody's, the brunt of joke, the bullied person. I mean, it's like, for all intents and purposes, I'm amazed I didn't end up with a white woman from all of what I received, but I was like, okay, that's cool. Now, I tell people, look, these are options for you. I give options. It's up to the person to take it. Because what they talk about the disconnect, I got 6 grandkids. The oldest is 17, the youngest is 4. My daughter's 41. We was together in Baghdad and Iraq together. Both of us in the military. My son is 30, okay? He was over in Korea at the time. All of them are straight, you know, because they had somebody there to enforce that. And my daughter, that's a doggone bonus kid for me. That's not my biological child, but that's my daughter all the same. Because she know who love her. You know, she had a situation with her vehicle. She called me up. I said, "What's your husband say?" "Well, I know you know more about cars than he do." "Yeah, but you're a married woman." "What did your husband say?" "He's the head of the house." Now, if he called me up, if Rico called me, "Hey, Pops," then I'm putting myself in the mix. Other than that, I'm just going to sit in the back seat. I know my place. You a married woman. Okay? You ain't like no new married woman. You a married woman. See? You need to follow your husband's guidance and trust he's going to do the right thing. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, with all that being said, number one, I didn't come up in no Huxtable environment. None of that right there. At the end of the day, it's all about choices. You know, you got to have somebody to look at that's doing the right thing, or all you're going to do is the wrong thing, because people only do what they know. You see what I'm saying? They only do what they know. And I've been coming back to the neighborhood all the military years talking to the bros. Now a cat that laughed at me for going into the military called me up on the phone, was like, "Hey man, can you talk to my grandson, man? I want to get out these streets." I talked to him, let him know the ins and outs, but I didn't forget, you know, you laughed at me when I said I was going to the Army, did you?
Yeah,
Now
brother,
you want my help.
brother,
I
hold
didn't
it.
deny him.
Hold it,
I didn't
brother.
deny him that help.
Hold it.
I'm gonna end
No,
it right
no,
here.
no,
I
brother.
didn't deny
Hold it.
him that
No,
help.
no, you're gonna hold it. I just want to say something, even though I let you go past 2 minutes.
Okay.
I want to tell you something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to tell you something, my brother. Even though you went back to the hood and told them about your military experience, they didn't accept it. But guess what you did? You planted a seed. The seed not only went to them, it went to their children.
I tried.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I'm telling you. I'm
Yeah.
telling you what you don't see. That's why I'm here to tell you. If you should take it as an honor for one of your homies on the block that you tried to persuade to go to the military, didn't take you up on it, for you to talk to his son or his grandson to get in the military. You should take that as an honor. To me.
Well, thank you. I appreciate,
I'm telling you.
appreciate
so
that.
you should take that as an honor, because
I've always done it. I believe in
no, but see,
each one.
see, you still holding grudges because he didn't take you up on his offer, but what he did is the information that you passed to him and that life that he saw that you in, he wanted you to talk to his son or his grandson. You planted the seed, brother.
I did. That's the thing.
I'm telling you, I know what you did.
His grandson.
Listen.
I didn't.
Listen.
Yeah, I didn't hold it as no grudge. I was
listen.
like, okay,
right.
Well, I'm still gonna help.
Of course, but you did.
All
listen.
positivity.
Listen.
It's positivity. You
listen,
know what I'm
brother.
saying?
Listen, brother. Listen. You got ears, but you're not hearing me. You know, I'm trying to tell you. What you talked to that brother, it worked. It didn't work for him, but he took your information that you gave to him and passed it on to the generation under him. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
There you go.
All right, so that's what I want to say. I got to leave you. I got to go to the next caller, brother.
And I appreciate
that,
bro.
All right, thank you. That's what I was trying to get past.
I appreciate
that. Okay,
that.
no problem.
All right. Okay.
6557. Next, go ahead. 6557. Go ahead, caller.
All right, that's me.
Yeah, you got
So
2
I
minutes.
just want to say,
Go ahead.
Martin, I thank you for having this outlet.
I just thank you for having this outlet because it's an outlet where we can talk, you know what I mean, about different things that's affecting our community. So kudos to you for not worrying about what everybody else is saying. That's first and foremost. Second, excuse me, like I said before, I talk to those younger people that most people are scared to talk to. A lot of people are scared to talk to young people. And it's like, in my opinion, I feel like if you get a young person, not when they're in a group, but you see that one person, you go up to them and talk to them, I feel like they'll listen. You know what I mean? Not pointing fingers, but talking to them. Show respect, of course. Like, I respect all of those young people because they are humans. They are people. And guess what? Those are the same ones who saw me. Hey, ma'am, how you doing? And no matter what they did, when they saw me, they like, okay, I got to put my A game on because, you know, there go Miss So-and-so right there. I don't want her to think I'm a bad person or whatever. They will show respect when you show respect. It's how we live first. You understand? They watching us too. They are watching us. So we got to be on our A game, especially when we going to talk to them, because guess what? Just like when they talk about them Christians, how can you say you love God and all of this, you praise God, you worship him, but then you going out in the street, you're cursing, you're doing all of that. You got to be about that life. If you about helping, help without restriction. You understand what I'm saying? Like when you told that gentleman, you said it didn't help his friend, but it helped his grandbaby. That's a benefit. And even if we don't see it, you still do it. Help these young people. That's what we got to do. That's our job, not nobody else.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Okay, 0123. I know you had called back and you didn't get a chance to talk a lot, but go ahead. I'm going to have to give you a little longer. Go ahead, my brother. I'm sorry because you was really patient today. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's cool, man. No, I
okay.
was listening. I got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Okay.
I like listening to you guys. I appreciate you, all of this young lady said. And, man, I just want to say, you know, that when we try to help our younger generation, you know, like, a lot of them aren't as receptive to that information as they should be. You know, they feel like they already have it figured out, and by the time they finally figure out, man, I should have used that help or I should have listened to that conversation, it's too late. You know, how many people have I've reached out to teens, you know, people that's younger than me, and just try to give them a guiding hand and an understanding on what I thought they should do, or what would be a better option. And they made their own choices, and now some of them are facing hundreds of years behind bars. You know, I got 2 friends that's fighting double bodies as we speak for choices they made or situations they put themselves in that they didn't have to. You know, so that's why I say accountability goes a long way.
Hold it right there, brother. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I just told the last caller before you. That seed that you taught to those brothers that got double bodies, it didn't mature in them, but they might take that seed that you gave them and talk to their children or their friend. Hey, man, don't do what I do, man. Stay out the way. So don't think that good information that you told those brothers just went totally down the drain. And they might still be carrying that seed and hold it and to give it to somebody else and using themselves as an example. If they could have said, I don't know your name, I'm just going to say Jeff. Jeff told me not to stay away from these games. He told me to get back in school. I didn't do it. But son, I'm telling you now what Jeff told me. Now you see where I'm at right now. I'm fighting a double murder. But son, I'm going to give you this information that Jeff gave me, man. Stay away from the guys. Don't come on the block. Stay in school. Go to work. Stay with your family. So don't take it as that information, my brother, that you gave that brother that's fighting a double murder, that it was totally waste. And at the end of the day, you said we all have options, have choices, but he might take what you gave him and pass it on to his son. I don't know if he got children or a daughter or anybody. So I didn't want to stop you, but go ahead. That's all I wanted to say that. So don't get worried. The Bible said don't get weary in well-doing. Go ahead, brother. So go ahead.
Mhm.
I reach thousands of
And
people,
then,
brother. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
And everybody has a struggle.
Mhm.
You know, like I think regardless of your nationality, everybody has a struggle. Everybody's dealing with trauma. It's all about how you deal with it. You know, like I was homeless for a great part of my teenage years. You know, sleeping on the L, riding. I've told the story plenty of times. Riding it from 95th to the inline to Howard. You know, when family turning their back on you, I've been through that. You know, and I'm not here to broadcast that part of my story. I'm just here to say that the choices I made at those times are probably why I was going through certain situations in my life I was going through. So it was up to me to better my situation. So, I mean, I can't put full blame on anybody. All I can do is take accountability for my situation and make my situation better.
Well, let me ask you a question. How old was you?
Guys out here,
How old was you when you was riding the L?
I was 15.
Okay.
Up until I was probably about 17.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you listen to your parents, or did you have parents?
I was raised in a single parent household. My father was a crack addict. And did I listen? Of course not.
Okay.
Right. I mean, no.
Okay.
Not to everything I was supposed to listen to. No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I just want to throw that point at you. Go ahead, Tom.
I was actually trying to get better and you know, give me a job, and I guess it was just too much for my grandmother. She told, look, I had a job where I was working and they closed at 11:30. And if I wasn't there by 9:30, she was locking her door. She didn't care where I was at. If I was at work, if I was at church, those doors were getting locked. So, you know, anybody that live from the west side of Chicago, they know that walk down North Avenue at night is a pretty long one. You know, so when you're coming from Central to Austin. You know, so everybody has a struggle, especially what I'm saying. Everybody has a story. Not to put my family out there or make them seem bad, but everybody has a struggle, and it's all about how you deal with it, man. And I just hope that we, as a people, just take accountability for our actions, because ain't nobody embracing us. Ain't nobody taking it easy on us out here. It's you either gonna get what you got coming, or make a better way for the people behind you, your generation, your kids. No, and I just feel like certain people, black folks have this sense of entitlement. Like, oh, well, I ain't gonna worry about it. It'll come. They gonna do that for me. And we just sit back waiting on the lottery to hit. Oh, start now. You know, start building these trades. There's plenty of things black folks can do to better each other. You know, to do things and not be in the streets. Yeah, you grew up in the hood and you sold drugs all your life. Well, guess what? You can change that. We all did. Just because you grew up around it don't mean that that's what you could have grew up in a cool bank robber. That don't mean you got to rob no bank. That's a choice you made.
All right.
So I just want to say that I appreciate you guys taking the time out to hear me.
Okay, no problem. All right, people, we're going to leave it right there. I should say nothing else. That's it for me. We've been on here 2 hours and exactly, 3 minutes?
Good show.
This is a good show. Great. Thank you for all the comments.
Great show,
Thank you guys for being patient with me. You know, I get a little hyper too, y'all. You know, I get a little hot too, but I try to let everybody get a chance to talk. So I'm working on it. I'm getting better at this, people. I'm getting better. As again, there's no other community activists that I know that's going to allow anybody that they don't know just come randomly and talk on their show. They're not going to let it happen. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. I'm going to go a little further than that. They're not going to share a video of yours on Facebook. They're not going to like nothing on yours unless they know you personally or anything like that. It's all about self, brother. I'm race first. That's what I am. I'm going to let y'all know that. I'm concerned about my race. Individually, I think I probably got it going on. You know what I'm saying? I can just sit back and enjoy my grandchildren for the rest of my life and hug them and spoil them and take trips with them. I think I'm capable of doing that. But no, I'm looking at the masses of people that need my help, and I'm going to serve them. That's what I'm thinking about. Now, individually, I think I'm doing okay. I could be a little bit better, but I'm in a good space right now. So, but I'm worried about my people. That's what I am. So thank y'all so much. Good night. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay away from that social media beef and all that crazy stuff out there. And that's it. I gotta say it too, because it's just too much, man. Listen, we so hostile toward one another. If we look at each other too long, we got, what you looking at? You know, why you speaking to me? I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You compliment a young lady, she look at you like you're crazy. You open the door and hold her, let her walk in. She feel entitled. Don't say thank you and nothing. Like, man, it's just, we living in a place, the sister said it early, the world is getting wiser but weaker. So that's what it is. I gotta go, y'all. Good night. Good night. Hang them phones up, y'all. I gotta get out of here.